Hi everybody, Saul Sunforge here for Dungeons and Taverns. How's everybody doing? Here on the east coast of the U.S., we're having a snowstorm. I had quite a day when I got off work. Got stuck twice, once in the parking lot of where I work, and then once about 25 feet from the gate into my apartment complex. After I got out to help somebody else who was stuck, I ended up getting stuck because I didn't keep moving. That's life. Well, today's video, I wanted to talk about as a DM and a player too, but mostly as a DM, recognizing your flaws. Okay, most people they don't like to recognize their flaws. I'm most people, of course, but I've been working on it, and I think you should too. There are a lot of things in D&D that I'm strong at, and I'm sure there's a lot of things that you're strong at D&D. But if you really think about it critically, you're not strong in every point in D&D. And so what you should do is, think about things that you're not very, that aren't your strongest suit, that you're not very good at, and maybe commit it to a list or commit it to your memory, and try to work on those things. Mine, I tend to not be very descriptive in combat. As it drags on, I get less and less descriptive, and that's because combat takes a long time. But you never want to just be like, oh, you hit, you missed, you hit for 12, you missed, um, you know, and then just it gets boring. Combat descriptions over an extended period of time are one of my flaws. My other flaw, and it's a pretty big one, is my notes. Whenever I write notes, um, whenever I have an idea, a spark of imagination, and I'm like, oh, well, this could work for D&D. This could work in a campaign. I bet I can make a quest out of this, but this NPC would be pretty good. I write it wherever I'm at, and so I tend to have notes absolutely everywhere. And as a result of having notes absolutely everywhere, my daughter has more places to look for find my notes and do things like this to them. Just and that was about 2 hours of work. Um, and I didn't know that she did that until it was time for me to use those notes in a session that well, it was actually two sessions that just occurred. One of the players was in a battle with this creature, and I had to kind of piece together a little bit of what I remembered with scraps of paper. And so um, now I'm going to go ahead and keep my notes very safe, maybe even literally in a safe, so they don't get ruined. So I'm going to have to rewrite all this, and parts that I can't remember from my original creation. Well, I'm just going to have to redo them, and it's gonna basically be a different type. It's going to be a different creature because the abilities and things might not be the same. The armor class, the hit points might not be the same. Legendary actions and resistances may not be the same, and so it creates quite a bit of problems having these notes everywhere. So I'm working on trying to consolidate my notes, and yeah. So that's it for today's short video. I just wanted to, I just had a notion and I wanted to share it with you and maybe help you to also think of some of your flaws that you could work on to improve your game as a player and a DM. But DMs are players too. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Well, that's it. I'm going to go, I think, edit some videos or make some maps. Both. Neither. Probably both. um, yeah. So, there you go. I'll catch you later. Saul Sunforge signing out. Have yourselves a great day. Stay warm and drink cocoa. Everybody loves cocoa.